I am a keeper of the key to the gate. Yanava, I am a keeper to the gate. I am special. You are a keeper to the gate. You are a keeper of the key to the gate. You are special. Had an amazing dream last night. Loosely, I had an experience with Swamiji last night. I want to welcome you, be it you black, white, yellow, green, purple, red, green, blue, polka dot, plaid, paisley, Christian, black, Jew, Hindi, Muslim, Islam, Jainism. We're all the same. We're all special. We are all keepers of the key to the gate. I have been talking about recently and a lot lately that change is coming, change is happening. It is here. You can see the glee and the joy in my face and the power that wants to explode from my being to deliver this beautiful message as you hang out with me in the cave to you tonight. It was delicious. It was beautiful. It's what I needed to recharge my soul. And I want to recharge you right along with me. That's how special we are as keepers of the key to the gate. I'm going to take this time tonight to say, everyone, please share this. It applies to everyone. Straight, gay, lesbian, dyke, this, that, it's across the pike. Does not matter. Share this everywhere. centeroflightradio.com, facebook.com/centeroflightradio. Please go like that page. I am going to be shifting all my work over there eventually. I got it today. Took my son to the Delta Fair. I got back, checked my email, and I have a book release date and a cover reveal presentation coming soon. I'm so grateful. youtube.com/centeroflightradio. Please go subscribe. This is our time, not Keith's time. It looks like me. Hello, Cosmic Bro Assist. But it's our time. This presentation tonight, this is not a presentation. This is a gathering in the cave. We have fires, and there's lanterns burning in the background. There's lanterns burning in the background. And we're going to celebrate. We are going to dance. Like if you've seen the movie, The Matrix, the second edition, when they're in the fire in Zion and they're dancing naked and it's primal and they're stomping their feet because Morpheus said, "We're not afraid of these machines." That's my energy. That is my input and my intention to be with you in the cave tonight. You are a keeper of the key to the gate. Notify me when Keith goes live. 3 dots up there. Click on it. Hang out with me as often as you can. I love hanging out with you. There is a donate link in here. I do my work because I love doing my work. It's also my play, but it is my work. It is how I'm moving from musician. I will always play music. It is who I am. But it's a full-time teacher. And I feel it. Something as of this morning when I came to a state of cognizance from my experience with Swamiji last night has shifted and shifted dramatically. I want you to see what shift looks like. That's why I'm so effulgent with this fire in me right now as I express with you. Really soon, October 2nd, Power Connection Purpose, 6-week Bust You Wide Open course. Online video forum just like you see now. 4 models for alignment. Immediate experience. I will take a Q&A throughout the entire process. And for the 6-week, and it requires a small fee. Mostly it requires all of you. No one has access to this program but you. I'm going to set you loose. I'm going to open you up with 4 models, delicious models. I'm doing that tonight, pro bono. Donate if you have the opportunity to do so. If you don't, just donate yourself here and be present fully. That's enough. Welcome to the cave. From slave to brave. And tonight we're speaking about Center of Light freedom. We got Center of Light radio, Center of Light TV, and Center of Light healing. Tonight I chose to deem this Center of Light freedom. I don't hold back. I don't hold back to wait for you to pay for the course. Of course I don't. I'm getting paid right now, and my reward is to hang out with you. You are a holder of the key to the gate. Just a minute ago, I posted a meme that said, let me find it. It has never started. It's never going to end. You are not going anywhere except deeper within. That's where we're at. You are going deep inside. Before I take my short pause to shift spiritual gears, I want to read you something from the divine principle that I call a divine daily supplement. Spirit says, I am not about the praise and punishment that you were subjected to as a child. Do not forget that you are the one who has chosen to live in this world of duality. Unenlightenment, enlightenment, right, wrong, awake, asleep. You, me, we have chosen to incarnate into this world and subjected ourselves to right and wrong, the duality. The praise and punishment God goes deeper than we think. Chew on this. The praise, I praise my God. God is good today. We see this on social media all the time. God is good. Until it appears that God is not good, then the devil enters the picture. Oh my God, devil, keep away from me. The devil whispered in my ear, a storm is coming, until I whispered back into his ear, I am the storm. That is duality. This is why we're in the cave tonight. A spiritual samadhi, union with God, my dream experience, my dreamscape, my reality on a higher dimensional plane with Swamiji last night. Dear Lord, I'm going to blow your illusion, my illusion. The illusion of all that we share is going to be blown apart tonight. September 25th, Memphis, Tennessee. If you're not from Memphis, get in your car, drive yourself here. The Divine Master, I had the opportunity to be in his grace, is coming to Memphis. I'm going to have a Q&A with Swamiji, God. Yes, I did say that word. No, that title. What is the state of the world? September 25th, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Everyone is invited. If we can't bring enough we don't have enough room in the house, we'll do it in turns. Cost you nothing. To be in the presence of Jesus, to be in the presence of Muhammad, to be in the presence of Buddha, to be in the presence of all that is beautiful personified as a human being. The time is over. Playtime is over. Now it's time to play. Everyone is welcome. Welcome to the cave. Slave to brave. When I return, We're going to get down to center of light, freedom, business. Take this opportunity to close your eyes, open your heart, open your mind, open yourself up to something that so wants to grace you with everything you can possibly want, which was beyond you can possibly imagine. Imagine this, that what I'm truly wanting to hand you, this key, wisdom to the gate, higher consciousness, is going to happen or can happen for you depending on your level of receptivity. It's kind of like your own nativity scene. The Christ in you, the Buddhic consciousness, the Krishna consciousness, all that is beautiful in the form of what we can understand and beyond is your nativity scene. And it wants to be birthed inside of you. You better put your britches on, bitches. Or take them off, get naked, get vulnerable. Thank you for joining me. I love you beyond measure. It is my pleasure to be in the treasure trove of who you are with me. Stick around. This was Enter the Cave mode. Now we're going into warrior mode. I honestly feel like I'm being cloaked, draped with a garment. We all have this ability. You can do this right now. Just subject yourself to being vulnerable. Follow my lead if you have to. I will follow yours. If you have something for me, you can bet on that. Follow the music. Follow your truth into a rabbit hole so deep that you bring a golden shovel and you dig a little further when you think that your cave entrance has stopped. That's called faith. It's called surrender. It's called I am letting go. I will meet you in the abyss shortly. I am a keeper of the key to the gate. You are a keeper of the key to the gate. Don't be late for this party. You feel that energy? It's awakening your soul. It is, if you let it. Welcome. What has crossed my heart, not my mind. My mind was used to analyze this feeling that crossed my heart in a tangible way that I can understand. Is why do I always have this showing on the left side? It's always on the left side. If you look at my presentations or my time with you, it's always on the left side. Why? I can give you what I believe emphatically, soul to bones, why. This was blessed, given to me, manufactured for me, blessed by Swamiji to boot. On the left side, the right mind, the right brain. This is the entrance to the spiritual side. This is going to this has to do with something I'm going to share with you when I tell you about this amazing lucid experience I had with Swamiji last night. His big toe. His big toe. How much credence do we give to someone's big toe or your own big toe? It's more powerful, literally, than we have ever known it to be. Welcome to the cave. Center of light freedom. My dream. I am a key holder to the gate. You are the key holder to the gate. Christine says she loves my japa mala. Thank you, dear. What's up, Jimmy Mancini? Debbie says, Yanava, Keith, and everyone. All right. I don't normally change the music in this session, this segment of the show. This is not a show. This is a hanging out with you. I want to change the music because now I want to tell you, share with you this beautiful experience, powerful, dear Lord, I had with Swamiji last night. This is what the show title is all about. Hello, everyone. I want to acknowledge you. Trudy, Maureen. Hello, Maureen. Christine, Jimmy, Anna, Christopher Bingham, Debbie. Keith Anthony Blanchard's here, y'all. What's up, Augie? Debbie, Elwood, Karen, Mary, Paula, Kelly, Nori, Darlene, Gina, Woody. What's up, Woody? I hope you're feeling better, bro. Much blessings and energy to you, my friend. Danielle, Lewis, Trudy, Krista, Stacy Poff, Kristen Davis, Dana, Abigail, Noel. What's up, Abigail? Let's go see in the other way. Darlene's in here as well. I can smell it. Hello, Darlene. So why did I invite you with me in the cave tonight? What's up, bro? Bo? I am now going to share with you not only the dream experience I had, I'm going to involve my intuition, my remote viewing, my remembering, my recalling of things beyond what it was like to be in that experience. Because in that experience, everything just moves. It moves. And as soon as it was done and I came to a state of feeling that it's over, I woke myself up, grabbed my phone, and began to speak into a text message to recall all of this. I immediately sent this dialogue, after I cleaned it up at a level that someone can understand, to my sister friend, who is Swamji's secretary, associate, so forth. You get the idea. And she began to help me translate this, which I understood only after the fact that she shared with me her insight. Insight. Swamji's secretary, associate, attendant, assistant. She has insight. She goes, oh my God, Keith. And she began to explain to me all these Hindi symbols, actually symbols across the board, and the significance and the power they contain. Last night was the second time I have ever meditated in a dream. I actually went in the dream state. I'm having an experience. I was like, you know what? Now's the perfect time to meditate. So I said to myself, self, and I began to vibrate like a tuning fork, like the tines of the soul tuning fork. So in meditating, to sit down and actually wanting to meditate in another dimension is saying that I am aware that I am present in this dimension as to why I'm going to choose to sit down and meditate. Understanding that I have a body laying on a bed right next to me. I could say a gazillion light years for dramatic effect. So for dramatic effect, a gazillion light years down there on the bed. But it's right next to me. This is integral to my sharing with you about this experience as a keeper of the key to the gate, which you are here to experience for yourself. I was on a school bus. It's obvious what a school bus would represent in this reality. Taking we to a place of learning. I was on a school bus, and this school bus was full of water. I was in this school bus filled with water, and I was bitten by 3 snakes. Snake Shiva, Snake Kundalini, Trouble. It was a non-poisonous snake, I will tell you that. But it had big fangs and it bit the living shit out of me. And then when I was freaking out about that, another showed up and another showed up. And they were biting me in various parts of my body. And I actually felt it. You look up in the Hindu tradition, snakes always represent the divine. When you look at Shiva and other deities of the like, you'll see this fan of cobras around them. One for protection, meaning you can never harm the divine. Never. Ever, ever. So this is all symbology for now. When this aspect of the dreamscape was over, I saw Swamji sitting on a made-up chair, which is a chair draped with a silk cloth or a sari, and he sits there in all his glory as the divine. Let me share this with you. My sister Anjana said, but I already knew it, but I'm glad she reminded me of this. When you were in the presence of Swamji, which you are now, presence of Jesus, Buddha, whatever, they're all the same being with a different guise or face. You're being cloaked as I feel that I often am. When I was in this room with Swamji, because I saw him sitting there, of course, Keith sees his master there, he's going to go over there. So as I motioned over there and seeing Swamji in this chair that was fashioned for royalty and majesty and divinity, as I slowly began to sit down, basically he said, Keith, I'm granting you an some time with me. I felt it, so I motioned towards him and I sat down. There was something in the way of me sitting down where he offered me to sit. He told me to push it back. Back implying past. Just keep push it back out of your way and sit and be with me. Let's look at that. Keith pushed that stuff back to the past and sit with me and be present. So this is implying push that metaphorical mind stuff, dreamscape stuff out of your way, Keith. Push it back where it belongs, to the past, and sit with me, which is the divine, which is always infinitely present. He asked me, what is it you want with me today, Keith? And I said, to do your work. But I want to support my work and my son financially. I want this worry to be gone. He gave me a mantra to begin to integrate, initiate, and graduate more fully this work I am, you are, we are to do from spirit, this mantra. I am handing you a love nugget. And that mantra he told me to say was so, S-O, ham, H-A-M, soham. What is soham? So is the in-breath of God. As the universe expands and contracts, this would be so, ham. So when we align ourselves by using breath with the breath of Creator, the infinite breath of life, so, ham, we begin to initiate, integrate, and graduate into our work. The question I asked Swamiji was, how do I integrate your work within me so I can carry out your will? When I saw Swamiji sitting across from me, he was smoking a cigarette, laughing. And then he gives me a high five. A divine man smoking a cigarette, why would he ever lower his vibration? Because in doing so, he would drop to another tier. He was being jovial. He was being funny. This is all about what I am sharing with you tonight in the cave. There was something that was beginning to transpire. Something strange. Something lower vibrational. Swamiji made a phone call to somebody. And in the midst of this phone call, a lady with a garb dressed like a priestess walked up to Swamiji. And immediately, Swamiji went, God, think about this. Swamiji went to a state of panic and fright. And I'm watching this. So as I beseeched of Swamiji, just previous to that, I want to do your will, whatever that is, which means to protect, power up, and move into the world via my soul with pure intention of being on point, being purposeful, and making one heck of a difference. Swamiji was in a state of panic and fright. Because this priestess dressed in priest garb said something to him. And God, it's impossible, but from my learning, went to a stage of fright. And when she came over to me, I simply asked her, what did you do or say? She said, I asked him a few questions because my mother was a priest. Keep all these things I'm saying to you in mind when I share with you, when Angela shared with me about all this symbology. She said, Keith, I simply asked him a few questions. My mother was a priest. Seeing all of this, as Swamiji not being well, I was literally pushing people out of the way as if I had the right to be basically violent and abusive. It was of a divine authority to get to Swamiji as quickly as I could. I was his protector. I held his feet in my hands under a table. Under a table, what we think might be reality, I'm holding my divine master's feet under this table. Any Hindi or Buddhist person of that particular culture or way would tell you about the divine lotus feet, the feet of God. Jesus humbled himself and washed the feet of Thomas. This was truly a blessing for me, and as well as a blessing for you to hear. So blessed be, my dear, let me share more about this integral, powerful, aligned experience that I want to give you as a gift of my heart. I was holding my Lord's feet, and I noticed his big toe. I was steadfast looking at his big toe. I had the divine authority to be a seer over Swamiji, meaning a keeper of the key to the gate, just like you. To bring him to a space of calm, I held his feet. I just read that. Next thing you know, I was in a supermarket. A place we go to for sustenance. I was in a supermarket, and I was on an aisle with two Indian Hindi gentlemen. And all I could see on the shelves were bottles of liquid dish detergent. We must protect what is divine on this plane at all cost, or all that we know to be beautiful will be lost. So my friend Anjana begins to share with me her interpretations of being an associate, attendant, assistant, secretary of Swamiji. She told me today, the divine comes in human form and works through humans. Divine beings create. This is where we're going into the cave very deeply. There is no beginning, there is no end. You are going nowhere except deeper within. The divine comes in human form and works through humans. Divine beings create illusions. Listen to this. This is your salvation. God. The divine creates illusions. God creates illusions and spins you in them for all to fall into the dream, and then the divine beings also clear the illusion with visions to begin to show you the truth. Such a hide and seek game they play to see if we got the message beyond that duality I spoke about earlier and have been speaking about for months. Between the this and the that, there is a something else. And that something else is you as the holder of the key to the gate. My sister Anjana continues to share with me the symbology of the dream, lucid, higher experience I had with God last night. When I was in that school bus to go to a space of learning with Swamiji, I told you I was submersed in water. She says, the water is the second level after earth. We're all leaving the earth via this birth. The water is the second level after earth in progression to the crown chakra, the next level. Water transmutes earthly principles. The ashes after death are released in water. The ashes on my forehead, having the ability, intending to have the ability to see, so I can move through that water dimension to go to that next level. What I had that experience last night as to why right now why I'm so charged in fire. This is very real for me. The snakes that bit me are representative of the Kundalini energy. The caduceus on the Western medical staff, as they move up that rod and they form into angel wings, the caduceus, the medical staff. You think this is just some cool logo they created to say, we're Western medicine, somebody create me a logo. This is so freaking old and so appropriate in so many languages. The medical staff is the backbone, it's the spine, it's the va. The yana is the va. The backbone is the caduceus staff. As those snakes intertwine your DNA all the way to the crown chakra, this is the elevation, this is the fifth dimensional travel, this is the expression and the expansion of the divine in you. Once we understand it's not about the this nor the that. Anjana said to me today, if God is the creator of everything, the trouble as well as the bliss, when it comes to the trouble, the snake biting me, that felt like trouble for me. But at the end of the experience, I came into a state of further illumination. So I had trouble, but as well from God, because He brought this vision to me to hang out with Him. But at the end of it all, He brought me to a state of illumination. So what Anjana said to me today was, God, if you're the one that brought me into this trouble, you're the one to bring me out of it. This is the greatest key component I'm giving you, handing you, to stick into the lock and unlock it and move it to the gate. This is your salvation to everything beyond anything. You are the one that spun me in trouble. You are the one to spin me out. And on the double, your saving lightning rod will enter you and open you up and open you wide so that you can fall further inside of yourself. This is all a play of the divine. It's all a grand illusion. Welcome to the grand illusion. Come on in and see what's happening. It all has turned over on itself. The world has shifted, and so has the bulk of humanity. And you're going to move further into the gate. It has never started, nor will it ever end. The only place you are going is deeper within, as I am lovingly, aggressively pushing you into that place. The snakes are representative of the Kundalini energy, the knowledge of the universe. That lady, priestess, I told you about, dressed in that garb, is Maya. Illusion. This is Anjana's interpretation, spelling it out clearly for me. The dream. When that lady walked up to Swamiji, that made God go into a state of panic, the terrible, She was dressed in a priestess garb. That priestess is Maya. It's the queen of illusion. That which covers our vision from the truth, so that the divine can take place. Only when we go beyond earthly attachments and views via the knowledge, then the illusion of Maya leaves us so we can be in the truth. I asked Anjana to share with me about water. She said, these are the levels of the journey of the soul from the micro to the macro, all the way back to conscious illumination of spirit. The levels are earth. We are born on earth. We are on earth. And we go through water, which is lots of emotions. We were taught lots of erroneous things, and we move into lots of emotions, into the emotional ocean, until we get our buoyance about us. Guess what the next level is? It's fire. As we move from being grounded on the earth, we can still be grounded on the earth through the entire process, but still being like mud, solid, just so the earth. Then we have emotions that begin to move, positive and negative, only to bring about experience, which brings us into states of realization and understanding. And then we get to another level of ultimate or greater understanding. We begin to make that of the world of the transient. And then that water becomes steam as it moves into the ether. Wow! So we move from the earth, which is 3/4 water, into the water itself as we try to find our buoyance. And when we find our buoyance somewhat in that, the gate, as the keeper of the key to the gate that you are, you rock star you, when you begin to introduce that fire into that water, it becomes the ethereal nature, which creates steam. And that ultimately moves us to the final level of this spirit. And it's there for all those who choose to hear it. Can it be so simple that you declare within yourself as you initiate, integrate, and graduate into the truth of simplicity, that when anything happens to you, pro or con, that you declare inside of yourself and fall into the experience of, you're the one that spun me into trouble for learning, and on the double, I say, you are the one that takes me higher. That's it. What if that is the only spiritual truth that you need to know? Could it be that easy? Doesn't God love you infinitely and beyond measure? How can it not be any easier? I am in this situation because you, not out of victimhood or out of, I can't do it myself, because myself is that you. I am that thing. That thing is me. And because of, it creates the we. The you that is beyond my present understanding. So I want to be in that present understanding. So we have to at least start with standing under that presence by saying, you spun me into this place for lesson. You are the one to lead me out of it. I am professing. That's the deal. There is nothing else. Go to church on Sunday or whenever you can because you like socializing and you want to hang out with people of like heart. There is nothing else. There's nothing else. It's the fire that's moving in me that you see. Take this upon yourself. Please let me pass you a torch. It belongs to you. Be right back. Go into deeper vessel mode. It has never started, nor will it end. You, my friend, are not going anywhere except deeper within. Welcome to the cave. Welcome to the cave, slave to brave. In this regard, are you brave enough to move out of being enslaved mentality? If it means, literally, I mean it, I mean this from my heart. If it means taking what you think is real, what you think is holy, what you think is blasphemous, what you think is this, that, or the other, and looking at it one final time, and giving it a big old French kiss. Giving it some tongue. Tell it you love it. Have sex with it. Be intimate one last time. It doesn't mean that you're throwing away what you believe to be beautiful and true. But it means, or it's asking of you, are you willing to take all of that and put that aside for something that is even more beautiful and something that is truth? This cat is. As Anjan has said, it's truly about surrender. Don't be butthurt or tender. It's about surrender. I surrender all of it. Even what I think is all of it. Because when you enter into the cave of your God, there's only one. Muslim, Jew, Christian, Buddhist, Hindi. It's all the same. Call them different things. It's the same thing with different names. Am I willing to throw everything, all of that, into the fires of worship so I can be a part of the worshiping fire? There is only way to create it. There's only one way to create it. There's only one way. It takes different guises and different avenues, but there's only one way. And it looks like this. This is me. This is my creator. Rather, we see it as this is me here on earth. And I understand the metaphor and the sense, the analogy. This is me and this is creator. We imply up as in being higher. But it's not of that. Nor is it that. Let's look at it as of this. We're aspiring to move higher and creator is always reaching down. But what it comes down to is of this. of this. Heaven on earth. I am of earth, and I want to be with my deity, my creator, my Lord. So it's about a unity. Could it be, could it, I am telling you, it likely is, as easy as saying, you are the one that spun me into this drama. My divine father or mama spin me out of it. Bring the fire to me so I can move higher. This is to what I aspire. What if you can have so much ferventness in your delivery, in your inquiry, to step out of nonsense, all of our own induced, self-inflicted, influential nonsense, to get rid of it all. I'm done. I'm leaving the world. I'm not going to die. I'm not making a bad affirmation. I'm not suicidal, and I'm not trying to escape. I'm trying to move into a greater landscape on the earth. This land, I want to escape into something as I did when I was in Dreamscape with Swamji last night. Dear Lord, I'm such a blessed individual. And so are you. You are not alone. No matter what you are going through, you are not alone. If we knew who walked beside us every moment of our life, we would never be afraid ever again. And I'm starting to integrate that. You are a keeper of the key to the gate. Don't be late for this party. I am a keeper of the key to the gate. We are keepers to the key of the gate. Christine says, I get it. And if you get more than me, sister, send me some via email, snail mail, or whatever. I want what you got. Hello, Arlene. Hi, Linda. Willis Tostra. Yes, Linda, it is higher than what we actually think divine is. If we understood presently what divine is, presently we would not be in our earthly toxic situations. So obviously, the divine is actually greater than what we think the divine actually is. That is present for all of us right here, right now, through this sharing with you. Kelly says, holy cow, I just got it. There's your divine milk. There's your divine nectar. You got it. See, it's not about words. For those who are getting it, I'm so in this energy, I want to acknowledge everyone in the room. So right now I'm going to acknowledge everyone in the room. I'm so in this energy, I'm addicted. I don't want to leave. So for those who are getting it, you see, what you finally see and are getting, it's not about the words. It's not about what you've been taught. It's not about what you've been taught, not been taught. It's not about what you believe or disbelieve. It is about that fire that you have been thrown into. You say, oh my God, it's about what I thought to be beyond the divine and beyond my mind. In that place, you will sacredly, divinely find that other thing. And that other thing is beyond words. Suddenly, through the silence of the left and the right, God, you spun me into this trouble. You're the one that's going to spin me out of this double. Comes the third something. And that third something is beyond all comparison. It's infinite. You are the keeper of the key to the gate. Wow. Do you feel what is happening to you? Ricky Vito. Ladies, the V is in the house. I love me some Ricky Vito. I thought an hour and a half plus went by. It's only been an hour. And I'm still good. I'm enjoying the energy. I want to stay in it. I don't want to leave. And I don't feel I should leave yet. It's time. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining, go back to the beginning of this time with you in a state of samadhi. Feel what's happening. Not to me, but to you. Feel what's happening to you. This is all about you. You may be watching this, but this is just a reminder, a reflection. So you wake up in the morning, you go brush your teeth, and you look up in the mirror and you see yourself. Right now you are brushing your spiritual teeth and you're seeing yourself. I want to see who's here in the forum in this way. Krista, Darlene, Karen. Hello, Karen. Danielle, Kelly, Lewis, Linda, Nori, Elwood, Anna. So what I am now doing, now that my sister Anjana shared with me about water, and my experience with Swamiji last night, being in water, I was in water, I was in an emotional state, fear, praise, blame, bliss, all this wishy-washiness of the water. I want to move further into the fire so I can move into the etherical realm and have that fire burn my water transient state into steam so I can glean a higher vision, a higher capacity to see. I do that now with my intention so that I can move into from the etheric into the spirit. How does this happen for the vessel? No separation implied from the vessel as well as the spirit. It's only a way to describe so that you can hear it in a way that is beneficial for your understanding. You all do this daily. You all do this daily. When you are taking a shower and you're under that shower and you pull your hair behind you as you resonate to clean, purify yourself, there is no difference. There is no difference. Never has there been, nor will there ever be. See? You are a keeper of the key to the gate. It's about you choosing to be in the gate and never be late for the party. Don't be tardy. Could it be that easy? Which has been a new theme for the cave, as Keith and we all have deemed to call it. The big or small of it is, could it be that easy? Peasy. Why would you ever choose difficulty? You see? Again, that third something. Struggle, effortlessness. And they battle and they fight. I want to try. But I want to be easy. Take all of that away and become greasy. Lubricate your spiritual machine as you glean a new level of wisdom. The key to higher consciousness, to the gate, which is, I don't have to be easy, nor do I have to be struggle. It's about this something else. Stop the tuggle. the tug of trying to be the this nor or the that. Be the something else. What does that mean? Until you struggle enough or be effortless enough, you will never understand the something else. So what we suggest, we as spirit and all those around all of you suggest that you do, is bring it within yourself, the stress, the struggle, the strain, and the effort. Play with it. Feel how heavy it is. And you put it down. Go into the ease, the comfort, the stressless, and the easiness. Then now there's a contrast. Now that you ask, what else can there be? See, put it aside. It actually combines both of those. The efforting and the non-efforting. Bring those together. And there you sit, divinely lit. Do you get it? You should, because the key is being handed to you. Those who will get it, will get it. Those who do not, won't. But it's there for all. It is there for everyone. If you don't get it, play with stressing and fretting about it. Then play with the ease about it. And when you do that, again, we resound to compound that you have found yourself on another side into another dimension, that you understand the trouble that has been brought upon you by God so that you can learn is the same deliverance offered to you by the same energy, hoping that in the fire you will burn, yearn, and churn, and have the ability in the Yah, the heart, the Na, which is discern, into the Va, the backbone, to carry out the caduceus and your seriousness, to bring forth your soul into the effulgence of 10,000 suns, all you sons and daughters. God is the giver and the receiver. We are all you. You're the God of all. You are infinite. I have no words to describe you. That is the space. No book, no teacher, no one, nor anything can ever bring you to that space. They can bring you to the threshold of the gate. But you, dear one, are ultimately the holder of the key. Everything on this side of the veil is waiting and hoping that soon you will see. And in so doing, as you insert the key into the lock, which has never been locked, you will find your freedom. Blessed are they who meditate on you. You are loved beyond measure. I am going to further my pleasure into this divine treasure I have been given last night, today, in sharing with you, deeper into my samadhi, my cave. I am moving out of slave to brave. I love you. You are loved beyond measure. I will see you very soon in the cosmic garden, again as divine children. We will forever play.
Those lovers are sublime, O servant Nanak, who please my beloved Lord God. You are the primal one, the most awesome creator of everything. do everything, and everything happens according to your will. You create the whole universe, you destroy it, and you create it again. Servant Nanak sings the praises of his beloved Lord, forever and ever and ever. His